This time last year, Congo's poorly trained and undisciplined army abandoned their positions in North Kivu province, letting rebels from the group called M23 advance and briefly seize the regional capital, Goma. But that all changed recently when, over a 2-week period, the newly bolstered army began retaking rebel strongholds, finally crushing the rebellion. Columbia University International Affairs professor Dirk Solomons attributes this shift to 2 developments.
A couple of things changed. First of all, government started to put pressure on Uganda and Rwanda, who are secretly backstopping M23. Secondly, the UN finally rolled up its sleeves and got a competent brigade in to knock some heads together.
The UN brigade he refers to are 3,000 well-armed South African, Tanzanian, and Malawian peacekeepers, backed by attack helicopters and empowered by the UN Security Council to neutralize the dozens of armed groups that threaten civilians in eastern Congo. The brigade started deploying in July, beefing up the 17,000 UN peacekeepers already there. UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon said this week that the intervention brigade changed dynamics on the ground and enabled the UN mission to better protect civilians.
It will remain a critical tool in support of the comprehensive political process and the protection of civilians.
Solomon says the UN Security Council was strategically smart to choose African soldiers.
Security Council said, let's put South Africa, Malawi, Tanzania into those troops. If they start fighting M23 and Rwanda or Uganda back M23, it's going to be a regional war. So basically the warning was, we put South Africans in the field, we put Malawians in the field, you don't mess with them.
Analysts say the military defeat of M23 could serve as a warning to other militias, as well as to the international companies who finance these groups by buying looted minerals. The military victory has also added momentum to political talks between the parties in Kampala, Uganda. Peacekeeping expert Arthur Butelis of the International Peace Institute in New York says the real challenge now will be to see if a sustainable solution can be achieved.
But whether this will actually translate into a durable political agreement, of course, between the M23 and the Congolese government, but I think more broadly at the regional level to address the root causes of the conflict in eastern DRC. Otherwise, this will have only been a temporary success.
The experts say other armed groups will be watching to see how the government treats M23. If they are fair, they say, it could encourage some militias to make deals to lay down their weapons as well. Margaret Besheer, VOA News, the United Nations.